If you could wave a magic wand and fix one problem that you have right now, what would it be?
First, I wouldn't break the magic wand. I'd probably use a magic wand to create more magic wands.
No, you can't do that. That's
the best answer.
You can't do that.
There are just too many problems and rifle shot solutions to count. There is no magic bullet, and we've said it many, many times. First thing I do is try and create greater empathy across the supply chain. And I appreciate the way that this conversation's convened with no finger pointing, because right now, because the problems are so spread across the entire system, and because the stakes are so high, the system's cannibalizing each other with the solutions it proposes. And that's both from policy to in policy circles, in the media, and so there's a lot of that going on. And
can you give an example of that?
For example, when you talk about gate utilization, and if we say there's an issue with gate utilization, that gets interpreted by the public as meaning the truckers are a problem, and we need to do something about the truckers. And that's usually,
or there's not enough of them,
or there's not enough truckers, or they can't find the equipment. The problem is much more complicated than just saying, okay, this is it. People don't have patience to actually unravel and peel back the layers of the onion to actually get at the multiple problems that are afflicting the entire system. One of the things that we get frustrated with is that port congestion is really more of a symptom of a broader problem, right? It's not the cause, and at this point, we've tried telling the story about how we saw it evolve, but at this point, all the effects are causes and all the causes are effects. Really, just pick your place about where you want to start. Data is a good place to start. There's certainly information asymmetry, but I don't think by enabling everyone to plug their data systems into one platform is automatically going to solve everything. There are real workforce availability, workforce resilience issues. If one of the ones I would use to convince cargoes to pick up more cargo, I'd use the other one to convince the carriers to evacuate more empties and return some semblance of fluidity back to the terminals. I would try and get eyes on what's actually happening inland, because that's where we think the problem began. When Secretary Buttigieg convened this workshop back on July 15th to talk about what are the problems, to a person, everyone was saying, no one's picking up the cargo. The railroads were saying, no one's picking up the cargo once it's delivered. The terminals were saying, nobody's picking up the cargo once it's delivered. Where's the bottleneck? And so we all just chalked it up to being a huge consumption surge, and that's probably true. That is what led to the terminals getting backed up. That's what led to the ships getting backed up out of past the breakwater. Everyone focused on those visuals, and then there was chasing solutions to handle those visuals. And in the meantime, a lot of these underlying issues aren't really being addressed. So yeah, I'd ask for more wands, because there's certainly more to cut into in terms of solutions, problems to identify, solutions to be found. But the first thing I try and do is stop the finger pointing.